Yeah. So my concern is part of kind of previous analysis that we've gotten about we can set all the rules, but ultimately what will the market deliver? And if we just require a bunch of on-site detention, and we haven't considered, actually it makes projects unfeasible because the zoning will have a certain limit here, and the land use will have a certain parking requirement here, and we'll limit impervious cover on this side. Now they got to do on-site detention. You actually end up not being able to do anything, either because the height limitation makes the project financially unfeasible, so they don't actually build the project, or there's one or two heritage trees on the site, and as they try to move their project around to accommodate the heritage trees, now there's no room for the detention pond. But we want the redevelopment because it's helping us solve these flooding problems. So it's become somewhat of a focus for me on this because I want to solve these flooding issues. I want to be able to do it without having to spend $1 billion of public money. But if I make the rules such that the market won't deliver a product, I won't get any of that flood mitigation, and I'm back to spending $1 billion of public money. So that's the trade-off thing I think might be a valuable conversation, because just to take an existing land use code, which many people acknowledge doesn't give the flexibility required, adding a new requirement for on-site detention in a way that will increase the cost of a project. That means that the developer needs to find another way to get the bank loan, to justify the bank loan. And if I'm limited to 1 story or 1.5 stories, and then it also flows into if the code is incentivizing keeping an existing structure, does this new rule also prohibit building the ADU because it adds more impervious cover? These are the impacts that I'm worried about, because if we set up a bunch of rules that sound good, but we don't actually know if the market will deliver them, we'll actually get nothing. And in this case, because of the flooding mitigation, getting nothing puts us in a worse position. And we need to get to a better position. I mean, we're fixing a broken land use code. The fix needs to be fixing things. It's not just about building things, it's also about fixing things. And the flood mitigation, I think, is a huge opportunity.